Paul, thanks for joining us today. In recent conversations, we've been discussing lessons learned in your over 40 years of workplace experience, from an entry-level engineer to an experienced engineer, principal, and hiring manager. I'd like to ask your advice for upcoming and recent structural engineering graduates. Do you prefer to hire straight out of school or someone with experience?
I prefer straight out of school. 2 years from now, we'll have a much stronger engineer because of BNI's training, technology, and methods.
So what do you look for in resumes?
Great school, classes, and grades, preferably master's degree. Structural internships are valuable. Most importantly, leadership positions. Also, show results, not just involvement or duties.
Do you have any job interview tips to share?
Another great question, Alexandra. Relax. Maybe that's easier said than done, but nerves don't make for good communications. Convince me that I want to work with you. Be prepared to explain imperfections, bad grades, took a long time to graduate, rainy day, anything. Sometimes I'm most impressed by an honest explanation. Be very honest and sincere. Don't embellish or bluff. And come prepared to ask smart questions.
What tips do you have for someone just starting their job?
I believe relationships are critical to all sorts of life success and happiness. Try to bond with firm leaders. That way, you get to understand what's valuable to the firm, and that leader gets to know your desires, skills, and career aspirations.
So what can an employee do to make themselves more valuable?
Good question. I believe value drives promotions, raises, and bonuses. Think like an owner. Think not just about doing your job better, but how you can make the company stronger, such as recommending a great person to hire, helping a struggling coworker, taking on a duty that needs doing, even if it's not in your job description.
So having the mentality to serve and be of service.
Exactly, Alexandra.
Paul, what are your thoughts on job descriptions?
Well, everyone has the same job description, whatever it takes to help the company succeed.
Sometimes when employees feel unappreciated, they tend to shut down or try less. Does that work?
Definitely not. Always give your best at work. If you still feel unappreciated, go someplace else and give them your best.
Paul, thanks so much for answering these questions with us.
My pleasure, Alexandra.